In this video, I'm going to be talking about how to help your special needs athlete, be that a participant you know or someone you are currently looking after, and how to help them lose their first 3 to 5 kilograms over the course of the next coming months. My name's Michael Adams. We've looked after well over 100 NDIS athletes, helping them move and become more active in their day-to-day lives in order to help them live a longer, stronger, and healthier lifestyle. We like to make sure everyone is moving and feeling happy, and unfortunately it doesn't make you very happy when you are attempting to move and you have a lot of body weight to move along with you. It's not a very efficient way to live, and it's not a very comfortable way to live either. Puts a lot of stress on the body and unfortunately just makes things just more difficult. The more body fat you are holding, generally speaking, the more difficult day-to-day life is. Now, if we're going to do this and we're going to help our athletes lose those 3 to 5 kilograms, we need to know what weight loss is, and we need to understand the exact metrics that we can use in order to help your athlete lose those 3 to 5 kilograms. So first up, what is body fat? The easiest way to describe it is a storage of energy. Fat, as it stands sitting on your body, is just calories that you have eaten that you have not burned off yet. Therefore, the calories that you are taking in from your food and all of the activity you do inside your day, your food coming in minus your energy going out by moving, by your body's functions, that sort of thing, equals whether or not you are going to be in a excessive amount of calories for the day or a deficit amount of calories for the day. Excessive obviously meaning your body has not burned it and therefore it will store it for later use, or a deficit meaning it's going to be burning body fat off of you in order to sustain the energy burn you have in the day. So as a brief example, if you eat 2,000 calories inside a day, which can be made up of any version of food that you are eating, and you burn only 1,500 calories inside a day, your net gain for that day is 500 calories. If you do it the other way around and you eat that 2,000 calories, but you burn 2,500 calories, you're going to have an excess of 500 calories that you have burnt off. Sorry, a deficit that you have now burnt off. You have burned 2,500, but you've only eaten 2,000, therefore you're burning 500 calories. Now, the way that this translates into your actual body fat being burned off is a simple math equation. As a rough estimate, there is about 7,700 calories to every kilogram of body fat you are holding. And therefore, if you are losing that 500 calories per day inside your burning of your metabolism and the activities you are performing, over the course of a week, you have burned 3,500 calories, thereabouts. Right? If you can maintain that over multiple weeks, in 2 weeks' time, you would have burned pretty well a kilogram of body fat. So it is stated generally by the most health and wellness kind of directives around the planet that half a kilogram of body fat lost a week is pretty safe territory for weight loss and is relatively maintainable. Anything more than that can be considered like a crash diet, or it can be considered maybe a little bit more unsafe because you kind of have this huge crash of how much body fat you have burned, generally from you more on the side of starving yourself, which is not something you really want to do, and then you just kind of spiral it all the way back up because you get so hungry you decide to eat all of the McDonald's, and then it all comes back up and gets stored back into your body and you are back at square one. If not square zero, you become behind where you were before in terms of your progress. So what does that mean for your participant? Now, inside a gym session, this is where it comes down to what a personal trainer is trying to do for your athlete. Inside a gym session, you are looking to burn calories and you're trying to get stronger. Those are the two main things that you'll do inside a gym session. Now, what happens, generally speaking, is if we are doing a weight session and a cardio session with your son or daughter or participant that you have brought into the gym to see us, we'll burn anywhere from 150 to, on the very, very heavy side, 450 to 500 calories, right? That's not a lot in the grand scheme of things. If you think about it, a general large Big Mac meal is going to be well in the excess of 1,000 calories. So inside our gym session, the 1 hour that you spend with us is not even worth half of that Macca's meal you think you can have as a treat, or that you think your participant has earned after they have came to the gym. So what does this all boil down to? Unfortunately, it means that the calories burned inside a gym session generally is not enough to qualify your participant to go and have a big treat. Now, if over the course of a week they have been really good with their food and they've managed to burn down 500 calories per day every single day, then maybe they have that excess in order to go and have that treat meal or whatever the case near the end of the week. That's okay, as long as the trend is slowly going downward when you measure body fat, or when you measure, body weight, then you're going pretty well. That's a great thing. But if you are kind of staying stagnant and you are still exercising a lot and then every once in a while, or maybe more frequently, eating those big chunky McDonald's meals or whatever your poison is, then you're probably going to find that by removing those big treat meals or changing something else inside that kind of diet that you have been maintaining as like the average daily intake, then you're going to need to change something inside those patterns in order to help that body fat slowly come down over time. The body weight, coming down over time. What I'm trying to get at here is, as personal trainers, and as coaches, it is our job to try and help your participant lose weight. If they're carrying excess body fat, we want them to lose weight. We do that by helping them get stronger, therefore gaining a little bit more muscle mass, being more able-bodied in their day-to-day, and going out into the world and possibly burning more calories because they're able to do more with their body. They might be able to do more things for themselves instead of their support workers or their parents doing it for them, and therefore there's more incidental exercise, more calorie burn, and more muscle mass. If you have a Holden Barina or a little Toyota Yaris versus a V8 Commodore driving to the Gold Coast, which one is going to burn more petrol? It's the V8 Commodore. It's the one with the bigger engine. Therefore, if we can put on more muscle mass onto your participant, they're going to burn more calories inside their day, as a general rule of thumb. If they get enough sleep and they make sure that they're not too stressed in their lifestyle, and obviously things like medication make a little bit of a difference to calorie burn sometimes, or more to the point, mood, and therefore what that mood produces in terms of behaviors, which might lead to excess eating, which obviously kind of loops back in on itself. So what we are trying to say is, inside that gym session, we might be trying to make them stronger and trying to make the athlete burn more calories. But the reality is, the 2 hours that your participant may spend with us, or it might even be 6 hours if they see us twice a week at the gym and they see us once a week at our Strong Hearts group program, inside that 6 hours, they may burn plenty of calories. But I'm sorry, the 6 hours they spend with us is nothing compared to what your participant does in the other 162 hours of the week. There is only so much us as coaches can do. It is the decisions made by not only the participant, but also of the support worker and of the parents and of the friends of the athlete. All of those things combined in terms of food intake is what's really going to make the difference. We can smash the client with 250 calories burned twice a week, and then maybe a bigger calorie burn when they come to Strong Hearts because it's a 4-hour session. But the reality is, if they finish up every single one of their sessions and they go for a donut at Brooklyn Donuts nearby, or they decide to have a huge chalky thick shake over the course of the weekend, the calorie burn that we do is nil. All we've done is help them get stronger because they've been moving through ranges of motion with larger loads every single week, so the progressive overload has allowed them to get stronger. The reality is, the calories need to be counted. We can't do anything inside the gym that will burn off huge volumes of calories every single week. It's just not going to happen. You can't out-train a bad diet, and therefore the best way to help your athlete lose 3 to 5 kilos over the coming months is to sit down with yourself, all of your support workers, your coach, whoever it is that is involved in your athlete's life, and all have a collective agreement that you all want your athlete to live longer, as in not have an unhealthy body, not have too much excess body fat. You want them to live longer. And therefore, here are the measures we are going to put in place in order to keep our calorie count to something that is safe and measurable. Go and see a dietitian and find out how much your athlete is able to eat inside a day in order for them to lose weight. To keep it in a safe zone, there is one warning I will give. Do not starve your client. Do not starve yourself. Do not let any of your friends starve themselves in order to lose weight. It never turns out to be a good thing. The yo-yo diet just goes up and down. You starve yourself, you lose a little bit of body fat, you feel good, you get one taste of a small Krispy Kreme, and suddenly, bam, all the weight goes back on because you can't control yourself. Small, maintainable bites this entire way is going to be the best way to go about it. So, obviously, the best way to go about it is to make sure that your entire network as a team come together and have a collective agreement on what are going to be some healthy choices for your participant over the course of the day, over the course of the week, over the course of the month, where those treat meals may come in for them to go and have fish and chips with their friends, or them to go to the movies and have that popcorn. That is all totally fine as long as it's measured and it's accounted for, and you know that if 80% of the time they're eating really good, 90% of the time they're eating really good, and maybe that 10% they're having those little treaties every once in a while, then they are not only going to be able to maintain their weight loss over a longer period of time, it's not only going to be safer for them, but they also feel like they are getting good progress. Obviously, it's a great thing to encourage good progress with all of the athletes, but they can also have that 10% worth of little treaties here and there because they have actually earned it. Not a single gym session, there's no single gym session that equals getting to have a huge KFC meal. It is an accumulation of burned calories and long periods of time where the athlete is continually in a calorie deficit, and they have earned that kind of treat meal at the end of the week, or it might be halfway through the week, or they get to go see a movie with their friends and eat some ice cream, whatever, that's fine. It's making sure it's maintainable and it's a rhythm so that your athlete feels comfortable and they know, oh, like a Tuesday, no, today's the day I go to the gym, I don't feel right having the treat meal, we wait till Wednesday to do that. Instilling those sorts of behaviors, because not one person, as in the PT or as in a single parent, but the entire network encourages the athlete to do the healthy thing and to earn their right to have those big treat meals. That is going to be the best way in order to help them lose that 3 to 5 kilos. I'm sorry this has been a bit of a rant. It's been on my mind for a fair while, and I might try and make another video about this sometime soon that's a bit more polished, but I just had to get on here and say something. I've unfortunately seen a couple of athletes in recent times that have been gaining weight, and the support workers that have brought them along have been enabling the client to gain more weight rather than lose weight because of their own poor decision making, or maybe a lack of understanding about food and what calories are, and it is severely impacting their lives. You don't want your client to gain too much body fat, and you don't want your client to get to the point where they are so unhealthy they can't move. Unfortunately, that is an area that some of the clients we have had and still have are getting to, and it's not good. It's not healthy. We want to help every single athlete we possibly can live a healthier, longer, stronger life, and in order for them to live longer, they need to have less body fat so they can move better, so they're more capable, so they're able to do more things without getting exhausted, so their heart health is good, they can be fitter, they can be leaner, they can be more capable themselves. And so the best way for your athlete to lose that 3 to 5 kilos over the coming 3 to 6 months, I'm sorry, there's no magic pill. It's working together as a network, as a team, for your athlete, for your participant, for your son, for your daughter, everyone coming together hand in hand, sitting down, talking about the problem at hand and talking about how you're going to attack it in terms of having good, healthy choices all through a day in order to help your athlete lose that weight in a safe, controlled, and maintainable rhythm over the course of 3, 6, 12, 18 months, whatever the stretch of time is that they need to lose that excess body fat. So guys, I really hope that helps. This is going to be a really rough video, but it was just something I had to talk about, because the last thing I want to see is athletes being unhealthy and not living life as long as they possibly could. Love yous all. Hopefully I'll talk to you all real soon.